All right, welcome back to Flatirons Tuning. We're here, we're out of the shop, we're playing around with the 2022 WRX, and the more that we drive this car, the more that we play with it, this car is, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is the best stock WRX that Subaru's ever made. It is just a fun car. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just everything that we do with it, it is fun to drive. It's really enjoyable. And that has made me think of a question that I wanted to throw out to you, which is, does an STI have to be an STI? So with this car, like probably one of the strongest things with it is the new engine, the power plant. There's tons of potential. If you go back and watch the video that we made with Harvey, like out of the box, the engine is good. With very minimal tweaks, the power potential in this engine is unlike anything that we've had in any Subaru before. It's pretty outstanding. Subaru's completely reworked the suspension. It's really good. It handles really well. We're going to start tweaking it a little bit to see if we can make it even better. But again, for a WRX, for any other WRX, this is probably the best suspension that a WRX has ever had out of the box. The interior is nice. It's sufficient. Don't look at the body cladding. I mean, that's still a little bit of a polarizing issue. But you know, for the most part, everything is really good in this car. The only deficiencies are the brakes and the drivetrain, especially with the engine and the power potential there. You know, the brakes and the drivetrain, those are two things that, you know, if you're going to tweak it, you're going to have to address sooner rather than later. So that's the question. What if Subaru would come out with something like a TS version of the WRX, tuned by STI? And, you know, one of the interesting things with this new WRX is, you know, it starts at about $30,000, but they've now come out with the WRX GT version. The WRX GT starts at $43,400, and it's got, you know, the fancy interior, fancy suspension, all that sort of thing. Well, now traditionally, the STI is priced at about $10,000 more than the WRX, and now we have a WRX, the WRX GT, that is kind of living in that price point. In fact, the next highest trim level of the WRX is the Limited, and it's still $6,000 more than the Limited. So the WRX GT is kind of in that STI territory, but you know, it's not tweaked in the way that, you know, I or maybe, you know, you as an enthusiast would have changed the car, you know, to push it more towards an STI. So the thought is, well, what if Subaru took this WRX and they just brought over the Brembos that were available on the previous WRX? They've already done it. It's, you know, the 328 millimeter Brembos that were available in the older WRX. Just bring those up, but then put in the STI drivetrain, which again, Subaru, you already have it. You don't have to develop it. You don't have to spend any money on it. You just have to, well, just put it back into production and put it into this car. If this WRX just had Brembos, heck, even as an option, and then the STI drivetrain as an option, this already good platform would be phenomenal. The potential would be so much higher, and you could call it, you know, the TS version of it, and you could price it in that range of the WRX GT, you know, the $43,000 to $45,000 range. And I think there'd be really good value for money in this car with all of those couple little tweaks. So that's what I got to thinking about, and that's what I wanted to throw out to you. So let us know in the comments what you think. If that's a good idea, if that's a bad idea, if that's exactly what you want in a WRX or not at all. Let us know what you think. But if you do like this idea and you do think that Subaru should do it, well, share the video, help get the word out. Let's try and put the conversation into Subaru's hands, because it would be something that would be really easy for them to do, it seems. And I think we would all benefit from it. So leave your comments, or let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned with Flatirons Tuning.